So you're thinking about making a move to the beautiful and sunny Phoenix, Arizona area, and you want to know, what does $400,000 get you here in one of the suburbs of Mesa? Now, Mesa is one of the biggest suburbs in the entire Phoenix Valley in terms of size. It's absolutely huge, so it's critical that you move to the right area. And in this video today, I'm going to be walking you through 3 different properties, 3 different neighborhoods, about what $400,000 gets you if that is the home budget for yourself when moving down here to Mesa. So without further ado, let's get into our first neighborhood. So right now, we are in the Dobson Ranch neighborhood. Now, Dobson Ranch is probably one of the most sought after neighborhoods in the entire Mesa area. And the #1 driver for that is gonna be the location. You are in the southwest part. You are literally right off of Highway 60, right off of Highway 101. And these are 2 main lines to the entire Phoenix Valley. So you can go east, west, north, south, anywhere, and you are right next to all those highways. So an absolute amazing location, and that is one of the biggest reasons, there we go, hugest is not a word, one of the biggest reasons of why Dobson Ranch is so sought after. So this little neighborhood right here, this is called the Lakes, and one really nice thing about Dobson Ranch is that it has a very diverse living style. So you can get some $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 houses, or you can get more of a starter home like the one that we'll pop into here in a little bit. But what do you get for if you move to Dobson Ranch? So Dobson Ranch, it is going to be a little bit more expensive with the HOAs. It's one of the greenest areas in the entire Phoenix Valley, so there's a lot of upkeep. There's community tennis courts. There's in this case you got a community pool, community pickleball. There's literally a park right next door. They got basketball courts. They got a huge lake that you can go and walk around. You can walk all the way around it. So those are some huge amenities that Dobson Ranch has that a lot of neighborhoods don't. But one of the other really nice things is this is one of my favorite courses, is Dobson Ranch Golf Course. I call it the people's course. Anybody can go. It's a public course. They have like valet service, so if you're out on like hole 14 and you want some drinks, you want some food, they'll literally have somebody shuttle everything out to you. So it's a really cool, it's a fun atmosphere. They got like ping pong, they have a night lit range, there we go. So that aspect is really cool, and it's just super fun. Relatively affordable. It's probably, if you get their card, it's like $40 or $50, but I'm not kidding. The golf course is literally right next to here. So if you're a golfer, this is an amazing location for you. So Dobson Ranch, if you're thinking about moving to Mesa, you have to look at Dobson Ranch. So without further ado, let's pop into our first property. This is very unique. You don't really see a whole lot of tri-levels. The condition is interesting. So we will pop in and take a look right now. All right, so we are at our first stop, like I said, and we're gonna take a look at this little tri-level townhouse. Now, again, the nice thing about townhouses, especially down here in Phoenix, I don't know if it's the same with where you live, but most times the HOA, they cover like the stucco and then the roof. So like if anything happens to the roof, that's all part of your HOA, and they do take care of, like all the other general amenities, right? Like the pool and all the other upkeep and maintenance and stuff like that. But the HOAs, again, we talked earlier that Dobson Ranch are a little bit higher. In this case, it's about $430 every single month. So it is definitely a lot more expensive. But the nice thing, with being in Mesa is that the taxes are a little bit lower. So like the taxes for this house, this is, here, I'll turn the camera here. So like I said, it's a tri-level. So you got 1 bedroom upstairs, kind of the main living area down here. And then there's actually like a basement-ish, which you never see here in Phoenix. But the total taxes are only about $1,000 a year. So very affordable. And this home is about $365,000 right now. So the purchase price is really nice. The only thing that's the killer is the HOA. Now, it is interesting. I like the first room with the really tall ceilings. And kind of a nice little dining room here. And then they did go ahead and they updated all of this kitchen area. So honestly, for a starter home, this kitchen's actually really nice. There's plenty of counter space. You could add some like bar stools here and double it as like a kitchen counter. But honestly, they actually really did do a good job with the kitchen. Now, this door is a little heavy. One really nice thing, first of all, you get a bird. You get a little pigeon with this house, so that's a little interesting. But what is really cool with this particular townhouse, I thought he was gonna attack, is you're literally right on the 16th hole. So again, if you're a huge golfer, if you like, just looking out, watching people play, this is gonna be a really cool community for you, because the golf course is right here. And again, it's a public course. They have an amazing men's club. So you gotta go check that out. If you're, there we go. If you're a golfer, they have monthly tournaments and all that good stuff. So it's super fun to be a part of. Really easy way to meet some people. So I'll take you downstairs with this property. This property is about 1,600 square feet. which is really surprising because if you get a single level home that's 1,600 square feet, it feels really, really big. Here it feels actually really tight because, you know, if you think about it, every floor is only about 500 to 600 square feet. So you got washer, laundry room, and then you got a spare closet. The bedrooms down here are really interesting. I think at one point they added this wall. So this is one of the bedrooms. It is nice that you get that little lookout, you know, down below. But I think they added this wall at some point because if you walk right around here, there's no window in here. So this was either like one really, really big, you know, room, because technically this should not be a bedroom. That's why it's very important, you know, if you guys are thinking about making a move, to reach out to us so that, you know, when you see a 3-bedroom house and we come down and we see this, it's technically not a 3-bedroom. So that's why it's very important for you to reach out to us when you are moving. You know, that way we can help make sure that all of your needs are covered and everything is good to go. So really tight down here. This feels like almost like a very old school house. It feels kind of like my grandma's house. They're from small town South Dakota. So just feels like, you know, very tight, shallow, narrow, especially for almost 1,600 square feet. But again, this entire purpose of this video is just so that you get a general idea on, you know, what $400,000 gets you if you're thinking about making a move to the Mesa, Arizona area. A little winded from going up the stairs. This area is cool. You know, it's always cool when you get to look out. The primary is actually, it's nice. It's a good size, you know, especially, again, for this price point, most buyers are going to be in like the starter range, right? So you get a decent sized closet in here. A ton of hangers actually in there. But, you know, they did update the bathroom as well. And it is cool, you know, that when you look out that, I'm still a little winded from the stairs, that you look out and you see the 16th fairway. So this neighborhood, it is really cool in that aspect. You get the community pool, you get all the community, you know, Dobson Ranch stuff like the pickleball courts, tennis courts, you're right next to the park. So that aspect is really, really big. Would I pick this place? Maybe. The basement's kind of weird, so that honestly, that would probably be a deal breaker for me, and the HOA is a little high. But again, just to show you guys what $400,000 gets you in today's market. So that is the first stop. The next, 15, 20 seconds, I'll just show you some B-roll about what the other neighborhood looks like around here. And then we will make our way to the second stop up in the northwest part. It's called Hohokam. It's a little bit older area of Mesa. I think you're really gonna enjoy it. So we will go check that out next. All right, so we are at our second stop here in what does $400,000 get you in Mesa, and we are up in like the northwest corner of, well, north central we'll call it, and it's called the Hohokam area. Now, if you are a baseball fan and you love spring training, the A's Stadium is literally like 3 minutes away from here. Or if you're like an investor, this would be a really, really good area because there's so many people that come into town, they want to go to spring training games, so this is a really, really cool area. You're also within about like 10 minutes from Riverview Mall. If you haven't checked out our vlog of Mesa, go check that out. We spend a little bit of time covering what that area looks like, but there's all kinds of shopping up there like Bass Pro Shops, Sloan Park, which is where the Cubs play. So again, if you're a baseball fan, it's a perfect area. But this area of town, it's a little bit older, a little bit more established. So, and you can just see that, when you're driving throughout the streets, but it is a really, really unique and cool area of Mesa. I love it because every house looks different, but that's just me. Some people like everything brand new. I like a little bit older. But for this house that we're about to walk into, so this is about 1,500 square feet. Again, it's like a little, it kind of has a feel of a townhouse, but it is actually a standalone, single family home. There's this company that went out, they sent out a ton of mailers, and all they basically did was they bought these houses through like a coat of paint and tried to resell them for higher. So some of these houses aren't in, the greatest of shape. Honestly, this one actually really surprised me. For about 1,500 square feet, it's amazing how much bigger this house feels than compared to the last one. So again, guys, if you were thinking about making a move, that's why it's so important. Just pause the video. Our contact information is down below. We love helping people like you that are thinking about moving, make the journey down here to Phoenix. I moved here from Nebraska a couple years ago. Absolutely changed my life. So I want to help you change yours. So pause the video. We love helping people like you that are thinking about moving down here. But why it's so important is because like this 1,500 square feet feels very different than the previous. So you got like, you know, just a little half bath down here, which is nice. But here, let's go all the way around this way. But like you have all this space, you know, you have like a, maybe, I don't know what you'd use, like that area right there. But you have a really, you know, decent sized living room area. And then this kind of goes into, you know, like a little eat-in kitchen area. But honestly, it's like a little circle in here. It's a really, really nice, you know, layout. And for the price, it's actually really, really competitive. This home is about $380,000 right now. And again, the taxes are so low. They're only about $900 for the year. And the HOAs here are way better than Dobson Ranch, because at Dobson Ranch, you know, those are $430. Here it's only $75 every single month. Now, what are some other things to do around here? You got this like botanical park, right? Park of the Canals. It's really cool. It literally looks like, you know, you're out in the middle of the desert and you're in the middle of Mesa. So that's really cool. It's literally just right up the street. One thing that is nice, they have 3 actual bedrooms in this house compared to the last. But these bedrooms are a little bit bigger, you know, and again, for $380,000, this would be an amazing starter house. You got 3 bedrooms, 1,500 square feet, plenty of room. And honestly, it's actually in decent condition. I've seen some other houses, you know, that I won't say their name, but that they've been built and they're a little rough. But this one, honestly, I'm very impressed. You have 2.5 bathrooms. The primary shower has been updated. I mean, some of it, you know, it can use a little bit of a facelift. But honestly, for the most part, I'm really, really impressed. And I'll show you once we get downstairs that it's nice that you get a little bit of a backyard as well. So if you are coming here, I'm gonna have to move this, there we go. So I want you to comment down below. Comment down below, I wanna know your thoughts about A, what have you thought about the first 2 properties? And then B, if you like this video, make sure you click the like button and click the subscribe. We should cover everything there is to know about moving to the Phoenix area. So if that's you, check out the other videos on our channel. But comment down below, I wanna know where you're thinking of moving from. But look how much room there is out here, you know? Yes, you are up, this is Horn Street, one of the major ones in Mesa, but honestly, I'm standing out here right now and it's super quiet. But you know, if you got pets or kids, amazing area just to kind of let them come out and run around here as well. So that is it for our second stop. Stay tuned for our final one, because this neighborhood, I just sold a house in this community, and it is really, really cool about what you get, especially if you don't like taking care of a yard like this. You'll be really, really impressed with the North Point community on the east side of Mesa. So stay tuned and we'll go check that out right now. But first, we're gonna check out 15 to 20 seconds of what this community looks like. Then we will go over to our final stop. So stay tuned. All right, we are at our third and final stop here. This is called the North Point area neighborhood. It's right next to like Alta Mesa, and Alta Mesa is it's a country club area. One of the few, honestly, there's not a ton of private courses around here, and Alta Mesa definitely is one. So it's kind of all like the Alta Mesa area up here in the northeast part of Mesa. Now this particular unit right behind me, one downside, it is on, you know, I'm sure you can hear it through my mic, it is kind of on a major street. Once you're inside it is nice that you can't hear anything. But this neighborhood is really, really, really cool. I sold clients here not too long ago, and this neighborhood is just so cool because you get a single family house, but all of like this maintenance, you don't have to take care of. And it is nice that, you know, yes, the houses are like a little bit tighter together, but you do still have, you know, some space between you and your neighbor. So you have like a single family area, but you don't have to take care of any of the maintenance. You do have like this private back patio area, which we'll get to in a second. But if you are looking for a house, you know, these houses are a little bit smaller too. They're only about 1,100 square feet. They do have 3 bedrooms, but just a little bit smaller. So if you are looking for something, you know, a little bit smaller, a little bit tighter, a little bit cozier, the North Point Commons is gonna be an amazing spot for you. They also have like a really, really cool public park area. They have 2 pools there. They have a playground. And the nice thing too in this community, they have walking trails all throughout. They got public grills, so there's all kinds of amenities that you get here. The HOAs here are a little bit higher, not as high as Dobson Ranch, but they are about $160 a month. Now the nice thing is that the taxes are super low. Like the taxes out annually, right, every single year, that's only about $900 for this property. Some other things to do here, you are closer to like the Usury Park area, so it's an outdoor adventure area. You can go hike, you can mountain bike, you can do everything. You're also really close to the 202 in the northern part, so it's a really pretty drive, and there's all kinds of hiking up here. So there's a ton to do up here in the northeast part of Mesa, and it's pretty because you get the mountains everywhere. So that's about it for, you know, things to do. There are a couple golf courses down here. I have not played them, but if you go down, this is a lot closer to like the retirement area, and there's all kinds of courses down there. So you can definitely go check that out. There is a ton of public golf courses on this eastern side of Mesa. So every single unit looks the same, at least for floor plan. Some people have taken this wall out. Others, you know, most have not. But right when you walk in, you got, you know, just this little nice living room area. You do get vaulted ceilings, so that makes it feel a little bit bigger than, you know, the 1100. And honestly, it's amazing how much bigger this house feels compared to the very first house that we had seen. One nice thing, you know, this house is fully updated, and right now, this house is definitely overpriced. They're asking $390. To be honest, this will probably sell in like the $370, $360 range. But at least today, you know, it did make our list for under $400,000. But you know, a decent kitchen size. You know, you have like a little eat-in kitchen area right behind me. And if you wanted to, I've seen a lot of residents and owners, not residents, they have like a little mobile bar cart that they use in here. So, you know, decent sized kitchen, and then you do get laundry room back here as well. So again, this house is only 1,100 square feet, so it's definitely going to be small, definitely going to be tight. But I love these floors. They did a really good job here. So we got two of the bedrooms here, and then here we'll pop in. We'll go into the primary. The nice thing, again, you get the vaulted ceilings all the way throughout, and this room is actually pretty big. You know, you could get a king bed in here, you could get a dresser in here, and still have plenty of space. Decent size, you know, primary closet there as well. And then the bathroom, you know, again, it's 1,100 square feet. It's going to be a little tight, but you know, they did do a good job, at least like getting everything updated. For a flip, this is definitely one of the higher end ones. But you know, every flip nowadays just looks the exact same. It's nice, but every house looks the exact same. So if this is your style, you can definitely find this. But it is just nice to know that, you know, you can get a single family house in Mesa for under $400,000. If you go watch our other videos about, you know, Tempe or Chandler or Gilbert, you'll see it's vastly different than how far your budget can go here in Mesa. So definitely one of the positive sides. But you know, overall the bedrooms are pretty big compared to all things considered. They're definitely bigger than some of the others that we've seen in this video as well. So here, final stop, we'll go pop outside. But again, this community is so nice. You know, you see families walking around, you see, you know, elderly people walking like their dogs around. So it's a really quiet, it's a really cool community. So if you ever get the chance, and if this is kind of the price range, definitely mention to me when you're shopping, hey, we got to look at the North Point area, because there's always homes available here. But you know, you get a little private area. It's kind of nice that they have this tree here. So this you would have to maintain, but none of the other stuff you would. So guys, that wraps it up for our video and our tour about what $400,000 gets you here in Mesa, Arizona. Again, if you are even thinking about making a move, pause the video. Our contact information is down below. So guys, please reach out to us. We absolutely love hearing from you and where you're coming from. So comment that down below. But again, if you are thinking about making the move to the Phoenix, Arizona area, the general area, guys, please reach out. We are here to be a resource for you and help make your move as smooth as possible. I moved from the Midwest. I cannot stand the snow. So I'm sure if you're watching this video, you are the same as me. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, click the subscribe button and check out the other videos on our channel. So until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.